Piano teachers, an effective exercise I did with a 6-year-old student, a beginner, for changes of tempos. And it was a very simple melody, easy, just for one hand, and with the same hand position without any jumps or finger turns, so that the brain can only focus on the changes of the tempos and not anything else, like fingering and hand positions. So we chose this melody, do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do, sol, do, which has some kind of duration, right? Because we're going to need time passing so that we can do these changes of tempos. After we worked on the previous exercise about some 6 basic tempos that I give them, too slow, too medium, and too fast. And then we moved on to the changes of tempos. So let's say we wanted to do an accelerando, to speed up. So how did we play it? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do, sol, do. And a little ritenuto at the end, or just an accelerando. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do, sol, do. Then the opposite, ritardando. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do, sol, do. And also make a note that ritardando is quite different from ritenuto, because ritenuto is usually at the end of a phrase of a piece, and it's a free slowing down. But ritardando, it's a gradual slowing down in equal beats. And it needs more time passing to make this ritardando. It's literally stretching the tempo. And then we did a rubato, which is a freely at your own will, which was the favorite of the student, of course, because he did quite a lot of variations with it. Then ritenuto, just for the ending of the phrase. And then più mosso, with more movement, or meno mosso, with less movement. And we did a tempo, which he had an electric clavinova, and he pressed by himself the button of metronome to give him that beat, a tempo. At the previous tempo, the initial speed and character that we had before doing any changes, and he put by himself the metronome. I'm not a fan of metronome. I want my students to count by themselves and to get that, to train that stable rhythm and keeping it stable. But it was a good idea because it was literally like, okay, let's go back to our initial tempo, whatever that was, and he went with the metronome. So you can try this by yourself so that the student realizes what tempo is and actually has also the initiative to look at the scores and what tempo they're written in. Because it's not just the speed, it's also the character.